I closed the trade early. I wasn't happy with the chop over here, so I closed just before this happened, which was a bit of a shame, but it's okay. It's more important to understand we're breaking this down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly break down Friday's trade from the lens of the premium footprint execution process, right? So the premium footprint execution process, if I get it up quickly, give me a second to do that, right? So while I'm getting this up, I want you to understand Friday's trade wasn't just Friday's trade, right? Friday's trade came at the right level. And so here's what it looked like, right? So whenever you have a trade, I want you to imagine this, right? Imagine the process that I've got here, the premium footprint execution process. And so this works in an interesting way. First, we had positioning, right? So this was my key level from Wednesday. Now, if you're wondering where that key level came from, so typically it comes from a price imbalance, right? So here's where it came from. Now, again, finding key levels is a skill and a process in itself. I'm not covering the entirety of that in this video, right? I've made separate videos on that, but this is the price imbalance right here. Right, there is the price imbalance. And so I use the candle before the fair value gap or the price imbalance to give me the key level. And so this key level, I just keep extending it to the right. And so that's basically how I find levels in a nutshell, right? And so what's really going on here is that this became Thursday's short, which then gave Friday's long, right? So longs on Friday actually came from shorts on Thursday. Just as a side note, something interesting to bear in mind, right? So notice how the market shows you where the support and resistance zones are. It's not your job to go and look for them, right? So the market shows you where the support and resistance zones are. It's up to you to go and find them, right? So let's now break this down. So we've gone through positioning. That's step number one. Let's break that down. So step number one, positioning. Now, step two, price. So I'm going to be breaking down specifically what was going on inside of this level, right here. So let's quickly do this. Let's do this. Let's try and understand what was going on inside of this level here specifically. So on School, I made some posts on School about this. So let's break it down. So this was Thursday's trade, and then Friday's longs. There we go. So if we go here, okay. So there we go. So live commentary of what was going on, right? So again, I'm looking. Right, I'm looking for this trade. I'm looking for this trade. Here we go. So another couple of things. So this is me updating live. So I will say this until the cows come home, right? Know your levels. Stop thinking you can guess them, predict them, or where they might be, or even worse, try and draw them up, right? You want to read, so READ, where the market shows you the levels are. Sit back and wait for what you get. No level, no trade. And so going into Friday, I had my levels marked out. Again, levels are super important. You need to know how to find them, and you need to use order flow to get them. All right, you don't rely on drawing them. You use order flow to get them. There's an entire system for that. Go through my channel. You'll find some videos. But I was looking to go long off key level 1 or key level 2. So typically I went off key level 1, the higher one. And so here's where I really started to break things down. So here were my levels. We had rejections. And so around 10 a.m. Eastern, market started stalling like normal, key level 1, key level 2. Rejections came here. So hopefully you can start to see here, red delta. We saw this huge red delta, right? There we go. Inside the zone, we start bouncing higher, right? That's this region here. Now, once you've understood that, let me go to the actual trade execution. So there was my trade execution roughly here, right? There was the order flow. There we go. So my execution came at 71.68.8. So let's just say 71.69, right? So 71.69 was my entry. So that